Welcome to Building Roots. This is the second half of completing our straw bale house. When we first heard of straw bale homes from my sister, I was instantly intrigued and felt so drawn to one day living in one. After a couple of years of talking about it with friends and family and hearing everyone's opinion that we were ultimately crazy, we took the leap of faith and decided we were doing this. We had 4 kids at the time, living in a small 55-year-old trailer house, and we knew we were outgrowing our current living situation. Neither of us had construction experience. However, we were not going to let that stop us from learning all that we could to attempt this build.
Yesterday we got all our garage meshed, and now we got to work on our windows. We're not really sure how we're going to go about it, and I'm sure at the end of this all we're going to be like, that's how we should have done it.
Like always.
Not the way we did do it.
Yep.
And then we also need to work on our daughter's room because the wall's falling in again. Hopefully once we get the mesh up, that'll help everything. We're going to take blood lath and put that on all our corners just to reinforce it all.
Wiley was working a 60-hour per week job as a mechanic, as well as helping me out with a food truck we own, serving ice cream in the evenings while I homeschooled during the days. To say we had much free time was an understatement, but we were determined that we could do this no matter how discouraging those around us were. In fact, that is what made us push through even harder. The area we chose to build the house already had a septic tank and water to the site, which was the biggest reason for building where we did, because we had very little money to get started. We started planning and purchasing our used tools, kitchen cabinets, which we actually based the entire house build around, window and door blemishes, basically anything that could or would be used inside and outside during the building process we were in the market for at a lower price. Every night we would get the kids to sleep, I would sketch designs for the house, and we would spend countless hours of research on, well, how to build a straw bale house.
Oh!
Damn it.
Well, we know who's like the professional plaster.
The kids were amazing throughout the build. They seen the work we were putting in mentally and physically, and they understood to give us the space to do what we needed to do. My goal each day was to be sure they had my full attention when I was not working on the house. That way they were ready for their independence while we were focusing on the build. It's like they sort of had this balance of work and play, where they wanted to be right there with us, helping with each new step along the way, then running along to play. The excitement in their eyes as we started and finished phases was enough to keep our hearts full and the passion of this house alive.
We just need to finish tying and cutting strings there and cutting around our electrical.
We had many moments of complete exhaustion, but we always reminded ourselves that even if we can work for a couple hours, those 2 hours each night will get us that much closer.
Another night we got this big window done and part of our other window.
are very tedious and require great attention to detail. We spent anywhere from 2 to 4 hours shaping and wire meshing each window and door. The amount of hours spent on plastering was even longer. Each room we could spend anywhere from 3 to 6 hours per coat. With 3 coats on both the inside and the exterior of the house, those hours added up.
We officially are done with straw bale walls in our house, which is a really nice feeling. I'll be sweeping up so much straw anymore. Good job.
There were a few breakdowns and setbacks throughout the build. However, there were always great lessons to be learned from each of them. Everything happens for a reason, and one must move along with the ups and downs each day has to offer.
Getting late, we're still at it, we're almost there. I'll just go behind him as he's troweling, and then I'll be the one floating along. We're just gonna
Just floating. Floating along. That's all she's gonna do. I'm gonna drag her with the whole day today.
Our natural hydraulic lime is already mixed together with the sands. We bought the pre-mixed eco mortar, and we just have to add water to it. So
We don't even really know what color it's gonna be.
Yeah, we have no idea. I mean, we know it's like a white, but we don't know how bright or any of that. So it's gonna be interesting to see this. I'm excited. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So that's gonna be our color of our interior.
There you go. Oh, Christ. Oh. Good job. Good job. Good job.
You scratch that for me? Okay, thank you. Yep. We have been having moisture ever since we did the suckling this past weekend. even snowing today. We are ready to start the drywall mudding and taping process.
My good old toys. Her dad brother. Then we also need to have tutor.
It's really late right now. We got most of our side that we know we're gonna work on tomorrow tarped. We are leaving our tall wall the way it is. We got everything sprayed down as much as we can. It's hard to see, it's dark. We plan to get up real early in the morning.
So we're all done for the day. We just need to kind of keep cleaning up tools, bring our telehandler back in here so we can float this whole big wall.
We have another week ahead of us where we just don't get the option to really work at all in our house. So I'm just gonna try to work an hour or two here or there during the day just to see what I can get done with getting the mudding and taping done in our house.
Just finished up cleaning. Makes for such a long day. All the prep work, all the after work of just everything of plastering.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for helping us to our family again, always. And your best friend for coming
Andrew.
out here.
A lot of hard work. Stucco is not for the
very hard.
people that are afraid of work. It is a job.
Like when everyone talks about mudding and taping being a long, tedious, hard process, it's nothing compared to what this is.
I do that every day.
That was like meditative to me. So for anyone going to be straw baling and doing the plaster work, just
be prepared to do work. We're done.
So
We're done. We're done.
Are you excited though? What color is the room gonna be? Oh, blue! Ooh, blue!
So while I got the straw all chopped up, getting ready to go, now we just need to start mixing and pouring. Every kid's dream. You ready? We want to get this thing done tonight. We still have a whole 2 rooms and part of the living room.
Smells like dirt.
It's just our first coat. We plan to do our second coat again in a couple days, and that coat is obviously going to look much better than this coat.
Today we were pouring our second coat of our earthen floor. Wiley's working on our first batch. We're just gonna keep on rolling. We just wanna get this whole thing done today. Here in our mortar mixer stopped. We're about 3 hours in. It's broke down.
So today didn't go as planned.
I mean, it is what it is. There's not much we can do about it at this point.
You gotta roll with the punches, I guess.
Yeah.
We got another mortar mixer and we got the engine running. Then we got to starting today and the engine just would not run. So pulled the engine, took the engine off of the other mortar mixer, made it work, had a belt on hand, and went and gave it a run.
They made it through the whole day,
Yeah,
just fine, huh?
No hiccups.
I'm gonna go ahead and spray this down and start burnishing. It's already been a couple hours, a little over halfway done. I got about 6 blisters on my hands already. We're ready to start oiling our floor and getting it sealed up. We ordered linseed oil from Tried and True. We do need to thin it out with some solvent. Kids are working on the first coat in the living room. All right, 4th coat, here we come. Both bathrooms here so that we can prepare for our Cadillac that I'm not excited to do.
It's gonna be a process.
We don't know if this is gonna work. We have no idea what's gonna happen with this. So we're gonna keep it blue.
Family vote.
Yeah, I was outruled. I don't like it at all. I really don't.
That's cool.
The railing looks awesome. What's really exciting though is that we use all salvage materials. So we got the rebar from our neighbor. He just had it laying around, and the posts are redwood posts that were just cuts off of that were getting thrown in the dumpster. So we saved them and we burned them down. We wire brushed the rebar because it was extremely rusty. We got it put up. Couldn't be happier with how it turned out.
It's soft, it's nice, it's looking good.
Yeah. Today we're going to keep staining doors. We have 2 left to do, and then we're also going to be installing all the doors. Got some just stuff. Today the kids and I are gonna go sand down the fronts and the backs because we need one more coat of matte lacquer on both sides.
This one done?
Yep, you can bring that into the garage.
Today's a pretty exciting day. We are going to try to hang our uppers in our kitchen. It's gonna be our first time drilling into the straw bale wall and hanging something.
Yeah, that's about perfect.
We are actually gonna use a floor sander on the floors. It is actually a lot smoother. We're gonna start on our pantry shelving. We have our straw bale walls, of course, that we're drilling into. We have 2 different horizontal studs, and that's it. We had said that before we move in, we wanted to do another coat of oil. So we did 4 coats a few months ago, which was perfect. And then with all the construction work on top of it, we wanted to go ahead and do this other coat. And I think it looks great.
I see this too big. But this time I need to hold on to it.
Very first washer and dryer for what? 5 years.
We just got our stair posts in finally and got it all sturdied up. It worked out really well. And now the kids have a jungle gym. Good morning. How was your first night sleeping in the house? What did you think of your first night in the house?
It was fun.
We have construction company coming to hang our seamless gutters up. This is just one of those things that we couldn't do ourselves, doing seamless. Oh, it's so hard to get any work done around here. We have so much cuteness. Give me my camera. We could not have finished this build as effortlessly as we did without all of our friends and family. From all of those who helped us on the build itself to everyone else that was a phone call away when we had questions. Connor, my nephew, was 12 when we started. If he wasn't in school, you could bet he would be working beside us, helping wherever necessary. Wiley's parents were there when we needed extra hands to help us get through the long, hard days. To my mother, who cares for our kids without hesitation.
We need our chain back. Can you guys unhook it?
And to my father, who was a jack of all trades kind of man, a farmer who built his own house on the same farmstead we were building, helped us get through many parts of our build. To this day, I cannot thank him enough for all he has done and continues to do to help our family.
Whoa, is that wet out there?
Life is about the journey and memories along the way. However, during the build, there was a phrase that kept us going with ease, told from a stranger passing by at our local hardware store. And that was, take the build one step at a time and you will get there.